Boom, there's an emergency. A natural gas pipeline just burst. What steps is Enbridge gonna take? First things first, we gotta let the first responders know what's happened, where it's happened, and to get them to the scene of the explosion as soon as possible. And at the same time, shut off all gas to the pipeline that could cause more explosions or burn even brighter than it already is. Any civilians that are on the site or anybody that's hurt needs to be evacuated. They get them off the site into a safe spot so the firefighters can get ready to fight the fires. Now that the crisis has been averted, Enbridge now needs to determine what actually caused the explosion to happen in the first place. Then they need to repair or replace any of the damaged pipe. And lastly, prevent such a thing from happening ever again. Previous bit was a little bit of a traumatization, but it actually did occur. A situation happened on October 9, 2018 in Vancouver, British Columbia, where a natural gas pipeline started to leak and ignited, causing an explosion. Authorities evacuated 125 people from the area, but thankfully nobody was injured. Through some investigation, Enbridge found that this pipeline was due for an inspection a year ago. Somehow the company deferred it until the fall of 2018, a full year later, and in that time there was enough corrosion to cause a leak and eventually an explosion. To prevent an incident like this from happening once again, Enbridge went out of its way to ensure that the number of dig inspections where they dig up a whole section of pipe just to inspect it, doubled from the previous year. Whenever something like this happens, the public's opinion about Enbridge or this certain product obviously will decrease. So Enbridge has to go out of their way to apologize for what happened and prove to the public that, hey, this will not happen again. Our products are safe to use. As I've shown, Enbridge knows how to deal with a crisis. They know what steps to take, and they've put in as many measures as they can to prevent it from happening in the first place. Their main strategy to prevent or to stop a crisis from happening is to never let it happen in the first place. Because if you have so many preventative measures in the first place, you don't need to worry about having to manage a crisis, because there never will be a crisis. Well, in a perfect world, at least. In conclusion, other companies should look to Enbridge on how they plan for crises. Enbridge has contingency plan on contingency plan. They have systems in place to prevent anything wrong from ever happening. And even if something goes wrong, they're prepared for that as well. They're prepared for any single emergency to occur. Lastly, and maybe the most important, Enbridge is very quick in their response times. They get any emergency dealt with as soon as possible, as quick as humanly possible. This was my presentation on Enbridge and how they manage their crisis. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.